Jonathan Jackson is now racked up his 6th daytime Emmy. I mean, kind of amazing.
It's very overwhelming.
Do you feel that?
I feel very overwhelmed. But yes, it's like surreal and most of my life is. I've lived in Tennessee for the last 13 years, and I was away from the show for over a decade. I came back. It was like a whirlwind. It was a lot of work. It took a lot out of me, commuting back and forth, and not to mention just the emotional toll of it. But so to be here with my coworkers, with my beloved wife, and I don't know, I just got overwhelmed. I think when you're younger, you're focused on different things, and as I've gotten older, I'm taking it in differently.
Right, right.
I in a weird way, I feel more present now than I think I was in the past.
Yeah, I mean, it really was incredible. I know what was on your reel, and you were kind of talking about it, but the scenes with Aiden were just pure gold.
Thank you.
The scenes with Genie, were great.
Working with her again.
And
was
then,
amazing.
I knew the apparition of remembering it was going on too. It
Yeah.
really gave you. It's funny because there we were like writing you off. You weren't coming back to the show, but you found these great little moments within that run. Did you feel that way, or was it
No, I did. I mean, I hit the ground running thanks to Frank and the writers. They, I loved the whole kind of Mission Impossible-esque beginning stuff. I love that adventurous Luke. Very
so Luke. You're being like
very Luke. And it was weird because I was having all these memories of Tony as I was doing the scenes, and so that was super fun. And then to get to have Lucky and Elizabeth, reconnect and even get as close as they got to a full, getting married again was nice, because the last time I was here over a decade ago, it was mostly tragedy. And I always thought, why aren't they?
You were burned out, weren't you? On all the, it was like it was every day you were crying.
Yes. It was 2 years of
2 years of crying.
2 years of yes.
But amazing, but 2 years of crying.
And I always felt like, man, I wish that, because I felt also that the fans wanted Lucky and Elizabeth to get back together. And so this time around, I was very grateful that Frank and Elizabeth and all the writers were very open to that. And it was my fault that I had to leave because of, my commuting and my family. So I felt bad for the fans about that. I truly did. But I was also grateful for the moments of sweetness and beauty. There's a lot of tragedy in the world, and so one of the things I mentioned as I was coming back, I said, look, if it makes sense, I just think a little bit of beauty can go a long way in the world right now. So to have those moments with Lucky and Elizabeth, singing the song to her, flashing back, it's like we need those kind of moments right now. Especially.
Did you ever think like, oh, Lucky, stop being so wishy-washy, commit to, like, I have to run free, I need to be free. Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a very different person than him, right?
You are. You're such a different person.
And it's also one of the, I guess, the cool things about a daytime soap operas, but it's also it's a double-edged sword, because you can't really have an ending because the show just keeps going. So unless Lucky and Elizabeth left the show together, you're never really going to have that ending. And so that's one of the things I have to kind of reconcile with mentally, is to go, there isn't a beginning, middle, and end here. It's just moments, and sometimes, because I love story, I write screenplays and books and stuff. I love, act 1, act 2, act 3, finito. So
it just keeps going.
Just keeps going.
Could you see yourself ever coming back again?
Yes, absolutely. That was part of the discussion with Frank, with ABC, to say, my preference would be that it's open for me to come back, and thank God they were on board with that. So, it's really a logistical thing of music and other projects, and if my back can hold up with all the commuting.
And you got a bunch of music coming up here.
Yes.
New album.
The pre-order is available October 20.
What's it called?
It's called Under the Skies of Babylon, Volume 1.
Volume 1.
It's a 4-volume, so there's going to be 4 records. I've also written a novel connected to it, so it's kind of a big multi-year project. Been working on it for about a decade. Super excited that it's finally coming out. And it's just sort of kind of delves in to my years in LA and in Hollywood, I found myself, once I left California and I was living in Tennessee, I was able to reflect on my time here. Sometimes you have to leave the place where you're from in order to write about it. And I found myself going, wow, I don't know why I feel like writing about, so I wrote a novel about 4 young artists called The Bastards of Babylon. And I just found myself wanting to write about artists, and
doesn't it make you it's amazing, right? Like, you'll enter this competition and you'll win, like you have 6. It's like Tony only has more.
Well,
men,
he's
Tony.
He's my mentor. I owe him so much. So it sounds maybe odd or whatever, but it's kind of that thing. It's like, no, it doesn't matter how old you get, you still want to make your parents proud. I feel that about my actual parents in my life, but I feel that about Tony and Genie, as an artist. And it's not just General Hospital. I mean, when I was on Nashville, Tony sent me a message at one point. He had seen some of the episodes, and that meant so much to me, And so no matter what project I'm working on, I want to make Tony and Genie proud, and put the same kind of work ethic that they put into it, and the love for the craft, that's in me because of them. And so this is a moment of just like, I want to make them proud, and I'm very grateful.
I think you did. Absolutely. It's so good to see you. So good to see you.